We going live, baby, once again on the legendary ones and twos. It's your boy, the new legal, rocking out with my mans, General Johnson, for yet,
What up, what up, what up?
for yet another classic. Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure to have you and to talk our talk, man, and do what we do day in and day out, and represent Xbox the way we do. But this is a special episode 10, direct press start and credits, and we're gonna get into that good Xbox talk today. My man
Yes,
has
sir.
a lot to say, and as usual, you know, my man be spitting them bars. He gives y'all nothing but them Xbox bars. So I passed
One,
that
two,
mic
one,
to
two.
him. That's it, boy. You testing good? Testing?
Yeah,
Testing?
Yeah.
You got your spot back? Take two? Let's do this, man. I'm gonna be on some Warhammer Vermintide today, man. I've never played it, so I'm gonna go on in here and be a noob. So what you gonna rock on today, General?
I got that Shadow War DLC.
All right.
Just a little orc hunting, a little orc hunting, man. Yeah. Shadow War is an amazing game, man. They got a free demo. Anybody that hasn't played Shadow War, it's an amazing game. It's a mix between Assassin's Creed, Golden Axe, and Batman, Batman Arkham Knight. Phenomenal game, man. Definitely check it out. If you like action, yeah.
Yo, shout outs to my man Irish Maniac, who always comes in through Mixer, man, and gives a shout out to us. We waiting on him to confirm himself back on Mixer. He usually helps us out on our audio testing. Before we go into these things, we want to make sure we sound right, everything's put right. So we waiting on him. There he is, Irish Maniac 96 in the building. He's gonna be rocking out with us through Mixer, man. Y'all go in and join him. Hopefully my man Group DX man is gonna be in there with him. If we can't get nothing from him, but he's gonna try to join me on Vermintide today. And man, Irish, let us know how we sound, man, and we're gonna proceed. Is there anything that you see or hear that's of an inconvenience? Let me know right now before we start up. My man gave us the all good. We going in. Yo, this is Press Start in Credits, baby, episode 10. Let's get it popping. I ain't passing him. Man, I'm throwing the mic to you. General, here, take that.
Got it. Alley-oop. Let's go.
That boy said alley-oop. That boy stupid. That's it. Slam dunk that bad boy. Let's go, man. This is for the Xbox community. Salute always. This is Di-RREC Gaming, baby. Holla at your boy, man.
There can be no victory. For darkness
Let's go.
always returns.
Yo, so General,
Yes, sir.
Besides the clowning, man. I love the epic intros that we do.
Gotta keep it classic, man.
We gotta keep it classic. There's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes. I think this show is gonna be behind the scenes, man. Right? We're going under the rug with this. We're gonna go under the rug. We're gonna
bring it behind the curtain.
Right. We're gonna peep. We gonna peep around the curtain on this one, fam. We're gonna keep it right there. Because there's some things, man, that needs to just be said. And having some great talks from you on the phone and everything, since the other day, man, you got some jewels, man. You know some things, man, that even made my eyes peep up. I'm like, yo, So let's touch on that subject for a minute. But before we do, all I want to say, and I'm gonna make your day when I say this.
Please do, sir. Please do.
I'm about to make your day.
In the very hour
Why was I reading and I saw in my Xbox magazine way before it hit these articles? I said it. Posted in the group. I posted in the DX Men of the DX Mansion on Facebook. I did that. And I said, Crackdown 3 is done. They are polishing that game. Be ready for that game in February, because that game has already been done. Phil gave them more time to just go in there and just throw those paintbrushes on that game. Get in there, fine tune. I mean, they are toothbrushing and got their toothpicks out, they chisels, every little thing, man. They dipping it in that paint. They just fine details. I'm telling you right now. My words on episode 10, fam. That Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3 was
it's
on
done.
RP life support. Everybody was saying that it was you know what I mean, it may get delayed again and all this other stuff. I told you
all this
over and
other
over
stuff,
again.
man. After I keep telling them, I done told them, stop looking at these stupid articles. You know what? These articles are for dummies. You know, they're there to clickbait you because they realize if you come to them, you haven't done your research. That's basically what they are, man. You gotta go to the sources. When I want to know about Xbox, I don't go to a third party source. I go to Xbox.
But here's my thing though, right? This is my thing, right? And this is just how I feel. If it didn't come from Phil's mouth or Aaron's mouth or Matty B's mouth, I mean Matt Booty. I ain't really cool with saying Matt Booty, but yeah, no, Matty B's mouth, right? Okay. Yeah. Why are you going to a PlayStation channel? Why are you going to an Xbox/PlayStation channel? Why are you going to a YouTuber channel who basically is bringing you in for clickbait? We told you that game's gonna be alright. It's gonna be fire. Everybody, you know, losing their mind, running around like a bunch of chickens and gloom and doom on Xbox. Like, yo, relax, man. Crackdown is going to be fine. Y'all need to start giving Phil Spencer a lot more credit. Phil Spencer, he's about quality. And if that game ain't right, he's not going to put it out. He's not going to put it out. And that's just what it's about, man. You know what I mean? People got to really start understanding that, man.
Irish Maniac agrees with you. He says, I keep saying, wait till you hear it from the man himself. So even he said the same thing you said, man.
Yeah, you got to stop listening to these jokers that drink a lot of, you know, lot of Mountain Dew and Monster Energy drinks, and you know they got nothing better to do on a Friday night, telling you about Xbox news. But and then the Twitter, you know, beating down Xbox and this and that. Like, we are an Xbox channel. Come to us. This is what we do.
Right.
We're gonna do it more. You know what I'm saying? We this is what we do. You know what I mean? Like, and we're an Xbox channel, yo. We ain't sitting here with Xboxes on visually on camera, but we, you know, we some PlayStation fanboys underneath. No, we Xbox. We told you Crackdown is going to be fine. Just trust your brethren, yo. Trust your brethren. IGN don't know nothing.
Right. Man. They're there to just boost up. Right. They're there to just boost up their hypeness, you know, get you to click on them. They there to just say something to get you to click on them, but they're not. Unless they get the information from Microsoft, they don't know anything, people. None of them do. So, you know, don't let them have you looking like an idiot, man, by trusting in what they say off the get-go. That's what I'm saying. Now, later on down the road, they get the information. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about straight up off the get-go. So he says the Xbox hate won't stop. Still won't stop the games from selling, though. Exactly.
Yep,
it just ain't gonna say
Sea of Thieves, over 5 million.
Number
over
one.
5 million. That DLC is flying again. Oh, it's number one for like the 4th week. Number one for like the 4th week in the UK. Come on, man.
Now you know what? I might be wrong, y'all. I told y'all that state. Well, you know what, man? I said Sea of Thieves. Well, you know what?
They make it stay at the K3 right now, man.
I was right. I was right. I was right about Sea of Thieves doing over 3 million, but I think State of Decay 2 I might fall short this year. I said 5 million, but it was over 3. It got over 3, but I might fall short. I just might. Now, if it hits 5 million, I'm beautiful, man. I'm not mad at it at all.
But see, the thing, New Legal, is, and we're gonna get into this. You know, maybe it's a nice segue. We are really in a generation now where our people and companies, they're starting to really understand this. Are people playing these games? You know, it's all cool to go out and get, you know, an exclusive. it sells 5.1 million in a month. But then 1 million people take it back to the store. You know what I'm saying? So Phil Spencer and them is smart where they're doing engagement activity. It's funny how every other company is starting to do that now.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
all
remember
funny. Yeah, when it was a funny thing.
I remember YouTubers. Oh, they sales suck. They don't want to. Their sales suck. They don't want to talk about their numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
All that, right? Oh, it's funny how
Yup, 3 million for an arcade isn't bad. There you go. No, so, not even remotely bad, Irish. 3 million for an arcade is excellent.
But the thing is, people are playing these games, man. Like, that's the whole thing. And people don't understand is that, yo, it's not, for these companies, watch. And me and the league was talking about it. You're not going to hear about 10.1 million sold or 5.1 million sold. They're going to talk about the activity, man, because it shows that people are still playing the game, man.
Right.
So that might take a little steam out of the fanboy wars, but you know that's what these cats is getting at, man, because they want you playing the game. That's why they're making DLC. That's why they're making extra stories, like on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's why when you order Ultimate Collection editions, they got different DLC and side stories, because it's not good enough just to pay $60 for one game. Like, I'm still playing Shadow of War. It took me a month to see my schedule and doing the acting and doing script writing and, you know, rehearsals and all this other stuff, and me working my Florence Jefferson job, right? I mean, yo, it took me a month. It took me a month to be Shadow of War. I'm still playing Shadow of War because all the new content that I just purchased, you know what I mean? So it's just a different ball game now, man. And people got to start understanding that these companies, they want engagement. Well, who started that? Who started 20 million zombies was killed, or so-and-so blew up, you know, 4 million cars, or, you know, so-and-so had 6 million headshots. Who started that? It's called Microsoft. And everybody laughed, and every YouTube channel, and even some Xbox cats too, I'll put it out there, they was like, oh, the sales is bad, so this is their way of doing smoke and mirrors. No, this is a new way of garnering people still playing the game. I don't care. If I'm an investor or a stockholder, I don't care if this game sold 3.4 million or 8.4 million. I want to know people still playing the game because there's microtransactions. Microtransactions, whether you want to buy a spear, whether you want to buy armor, whether you want to buy a new gun, it's money. It's money that's coming back to the team. That's what I care about. You think I care about NPDs if I'm a shareholder? I don't care about NPDs. Who cares about NPDs? I need to know that we made our money back, we made our investment back, and more. And that's what these gamers don't understand, where this is going now. So when you see these little guys like, well, Microsoft came in second in NPDs, but Microsoft just made $10 billion. So screw your NPD. Get out of here, man. We back. Di-RREC Gaming, man. Headshots.
Shots fired. Irish Maniac said reviews won't stop me from buying the game. That's it, man. And that's you know what? The Xbox community needed to say that. The Xbox community needed to hear that. Because these review channels do not make our games great. We do. We dictate what's going to be great on our console. That's it.
And as long as you keep buying the game, and you keep on buying, you know, transactions and whatever, you get a new coat or you get a new zombie Scully, as long as you keep doing that, you will get a sequel. You want to know why we're not getting a Quantum Break sequel? Because people didn't support it. You want to know why we're not getting a Sunset? Maybe
he's doing it again.
Sunset Overdrive.
He's doing it again.
Sunset Overdrive sequel, but you got to support, bro.
That's right.
You got to support. If you love a title, support it. Support it.
Right. You know, you've been that way, man. Like I said, that's how we met, arguing over this stuff. Man, you used to argue over that because you used to come hard on us. You used to come hard on us about support. But then after the year went by, I called you up one day and I said, you know what, man? You're right. I was wrong. Because now I see what you've been talking about all these years. For 2 years we fought. You know what I'm saying? And now I see what you was talking about. And what you said is actually the way Microsoft ended up moving. They started moving with new IPs. It wasn't like you was dogging Halo. It wasn't like you was dogging Gears, Forza, Fable, anything like that. But it was essential for you know what made Scalebound hurt? Scalebound hurt because it was a new, refreshing game that was gonna come out on Xbox that we have never experienced before. That's why it hurt. We were already looking forward to something new coming. But now, you know, what you said a long time ago is that's exactly what we needed. We needed something like that. And now when I look now at Microsoft, the way Microsoft is going about it, with the new IPs, with the new experiences, which, you know, making the better console and making it more powerful, more reliable, seals the heartache for you of trying to get the best games. When you make a console that's powerful, now you've taken care of no matter what game hits your console. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
That's the console war. The console war doesn't have to do with nothing personal. Me telling you if you like a game or you like a console, you're a retard. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
The console war is about understanding which console was better, which console brings about the better performance, which console brings about the better gaming experience. That's Xbox.
Yeah.
That's a fact, man. That ain't. I'm not making that up. I'm not, you know, I'm a fan of Xbox, but I'm not making that up. I'm not, you know, I'm not here to knock down any console, but I'm just saying the best performance and best visuals right now is on the Xbox console.
I ever tell you that
right. And the thing that people don't understand also is that Microsoft has always been groundbreaking, right?
Right.
And you got to understand that Microsoft always liked to be first. Like, people don't understand Forza Horizon is a new genre. It's racing adventure, right? We got Need for Speed back in the day.
Get myself whooped again.
We got we had Twisted Metal back in the day, but that was like racing combat.
Right.
From the time that Forza Horizon came out, it was an open world racer. You go back on your backwards compatibility and go play Forza Horizon 1.
Don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Yeah.
It's a great game.
Right.
But look how far Forza Horizon has came. Because Microsoft is about doing something groundbreaking. Now I'm gonna tell you where it hurt Scalebound. Microsoft had a vision, because you know Xbox Live is their bread and butter, right? Everybody plays on Xbox Live and you know this and that. Microsoft had a vision where it would have a great campaign, but Microsoft wanted, with the power of Xbox One and that Azure cloud, they wanted 4 dragons at the same time.
They could do it.
Play co-op, take down monsters, and you could play together, right?
Right.
What happened was Platinum Games are lazy developers, and I'll say that because Platinum Games they took near Automata and they took the safe way out. They did what they did, right? Microsoft vision was too big for Platinum Games, and this is what I tell people all the time when they get on PlayStation, right? It don't take a rocket scientist to make Detroit Become Human. It don't take a rocket scientist to make Spider-Man. It don't take a rocket scientist to make God of War. Microsoft has always pushed the envelope. And journalists and all these people on YouTube channels, whatever, Game Informer, you name them, they don't never give Microsoft credit for that. Microsoft has always been groundbreaking. They've always done something new. Halo, you never played nothing like that before. Crackdown, you never played nothing like that before. It was like, yo, they keep on doing it. And what they do is, because you know the other platform didn't do it, or Nintendo didn't do it, they just downplay it like, oh yeah, it's cool. No, it's not cool. It's something that we never played before. You watch what the Initiative do. You watch what these first-party studios do. They're gonna play some games so we never played before, because that's what gaming is about, a new gaming experience. And people get so caught up with just, you know what I mean, paste. What is it? Oh yeah. Cut and paste. You playing the same game. It's a little bit more prettier. I mean, you know, I got my little joke, yo. Swing to the right. Swing to the left, punch, kick, punch. It's the same thing, man.
Yo, 30 frames per second. Those AIs are gonna be easy. It's not even, you know, it's like 4K. It's not right. It's nothing, man. It's nothing that the experience now is nothing. You have nothing to brag about. There's nothing to brag about.
Right.
You know, really, there's nothing to brag about.
And Microsoft is groundbreaking, man. I just read an article how when you play Splinter Cell on the backwards compatibility on Xbox One X, it improves the frame rate. Who's doing that, man? Who's doing that? Right? And on top of that, backwards compatibility, I never forget Yoshida said this, well, we can't, you know, and Mark Cerny too, oh, we can't do backwards compatibility. It's not possible on these machines. Well, Microsoft did. And not
Right.
only
Did it with ease
that,
too.
Did
it with ease.
they did the OG Xbox games, yo.
Yeah,
Because
they
I
did.
said it, Microsoft are wizards. People get mad when I say, oh, you can't mess with Microsoft for technology. The
Nah,
man that
Microsoft's the
came
DNA.
up,
They the DNA of software,
exactly. Microsoft, the dude, I forgot his name, but the dude that made the backwards compatibility, all he did was virtually he made a 360 system. That's why all the
man. Right.
games in
He
your
emulated
360
it.
work.
He emulated it. Yeah.
Exactly. He emulated it, right? So now you got backwards compatibility on your Xbox. You got backwards compatibility with, the OG games, right?
By
You
way
got
of software.
Game Pass. All these games, all these steps that Microsoft took led to Game Pass. And now Game Pass changed the industry. You're gonna see all type. Yo, call me crazy.
Number one
Call me
software company
crazy.
for a reason. Yup.
I'm gonna put it out there. Call me crazy.
Talk to
Grand
him.
Theft Auto 6. Grand
Right.
Theft Auto 6. Day and date with Game Pass. Mark my words, B. Mark my words. Grand Theft
got
Auto
you.
6. Day and date with Game Pass. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
You're gonna start hearing it. Because the game, people are playing more games now. Yeah, we live in a generation now where people don't have the time to sit around like we did back in the day. Stacks and Nintendo cartridges, stacks and Genesis cartridges. People want to play games, man. That's why everything's going digital, man. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff is going digital because these guys, they don't want to pay for the shipping no more. They don't want to pay.
They don't
make
understand
so much cost.
Talk to them. You talking
when you have a
today,
physical
fam?
game,
OT.
I'm
they
back,
don't
baby.
get
I'm back.
it.
You know
It
what I'm
costs
saying?
money.
When you have a physical game, right? Whether it's the Ultimate Edition or Collector's Edition, whatever you want to call it, right? Those games have to come either by boat, depending on what country they're being made from.
Right.
They can come from plane, or they can come from shipping companies, UPS, FedEx, or whatever it is. Whether it's going over to overseas or whatever, all that costs, right? So as a developer and as a person who owns a game company, you're kicking out so much cost to get it to GameStop, to make the plastic cases, to give you maybe your instruction booklet, all the things that you grew up with, right? On top of that, you're not counting, there's a physical disc that has to be made, man, right? All that's cost, and then on top of that, these games have to be stored in a warehouse, right? So we as a developer, we as a gaming company, we're putting up so much cost before you even spend $60. Now, we need the game. Now, if our budget is 100 million, or if our budget is whatever, if our budget is 75 million, if the game sells 500,000 copies, it's a flop because we didn't meet back our ROI. Those are
You have to meet that back.
Return on investment. Return on investment. Now,
That's the revenue. That's the revenue. That's the revenue.
Right. We add DLC. We add all the little microtransactions. I know that a lot of companies are getting away from loot boxes, but still, that's extra revenue because what people don't understand is that every development team, there's a bonus. And Phil Spencer spoke about this. There's a video on this too. There's a bonus when they meet certain milestones. They get, if they sell this or if it sells this, they get extra incentives as far as the team. You got to understand that, I know I joke about physical copies and people, they like a pit bull with a sock in their mouth. They don't want to let go. But right now, developers, whether it's music or whether it's gaming, they're trying to get away from physical copies, because it costs too much to ship stuff. Now, let me blow your mind. Let me blow your mind with this one. Now, if you have a game and you send it right to Microsoft or the other competitor or Nintendo, when that game hits Xbox Live, Microsoft takes 30% and the gaming company gets 70%.
There you go. Talk to him.
That's more.
Now, before
you getting that GameStop.
Now, Irish man says now if that won't happen, Sony is close to Rockstar and take two likes money. now, look, where are you getting these figures from, General? You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, basically, you can go and you can go on YouTube. You can go to any articles and you can read about where the gaming industry is headed right now. It's heading digital. And I know a lot of gamers don't want to face that, but you got to understand, right now, gaming is the last medium to go digital. And I type it in my Facebook all the time. People are going to go screaming and crying into the night. But you got to understand, right now, everything that you buy in the collector's edition, it's coming digital, man. It's coming digital. And that's why they're doing that, because they get more of a slice of the pie.
That's why that
Sears and
State of
Robot,
Decay 2,
that's-
State of Decay 2
Right.
was the prime example of that. You didn't get the game this time. It's because of that reason right there. It's changing. Things are
Right.
gonna start changing,
You'll start noticing the changes where in your Ultimate Collector's Edition, you
Right.
won't get the game. You'll get
Right.
the statue, you'll get the workbooks, I'm sorry, art books, you'll get all the, all the little things that, come with it.
Yeah, the
but
coloring
they're not
book.
gonna put the game
You
in
get your
there.
little coloring
Yeah.
book,
Right. All that stuff costs. When you get these beautiful statues of Lara Croft, when you get these beautiful statues of Spider-Man, all that stuff costs. And y'all don't understand that. And sorry, man, I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but I'm a realist. That's what General is. Your $60 is not enough, man. Like, just let that sink in. From the budget that they put out, from all the Ultimate Collection, your $60 don't cover
There we go.
squat.
Give me that achievement,
It
baby.
don't. It really don't. Your $60 don't cover anything.
No,
man.
it don't.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
So that's why
that's
the
just so
DLC
that we will buy the game. They're doing
Exactly.
that so we buy the game, man. They got to make the profit off these
Right.
services. I keep telling people that it's
Right.
the engagements, these services that make up that gap. Not
And that's where the
not
industry
the
is
physical.
going at.
Right.
Yeah, the industry doesn't care if you beat a game and see the credits. The
Yeah,
industry
now-
wants you to keep playing the game.
Now back to what my man was saying, because I was paying attention to him. I was paying attention to you, man. You brought up
Hmm.
the Azure Cloud. Now,
Oh yeah.
I want people to know a few little things right now. While the whole attention is on AMD, y'all better keep a close eye on the video. Remember what I said now? Y'all can
Oh,
call me
absolutely,
stupid
yeah.
or whatever, but you better keep your eyes on the video this time around. NVIDIA is not playing. And NVIDIA is about
No.
to do some things that are going to make AMD have to step it up a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
Nintendo going with NVIDIA made me think this because I'm like, yo, Nintendo Switch went with the NVIDIA, and I know what all y'all, y'all saying, yeah, that's why the Nintendo Switch is weak, but that may not be the case. Reggie may have had something up his sleeve, and shout outs to David Bond. Yeah, I got Reggie on my YouTube today. So Reggie must have had something up his sleeve because there was some things he might have saw that was coming in the forefront with NVIDIA that he liked and he wanted to work with them.
Mhm.
But now when
Right.
I'm looking at this article that came about, and it's on YouTube now that you can actually see it on YouTube.
Mhm.
That talks about, and I remember because of my good man Group DX man looked this up and he sent it to me because I wasn't lying to him. I told him, man, if y'all remember, Microsoft had this video out, I think it was last year, and it was around E3 time, I think, but they were talking about how there's a new phase coming out and it's going to be software GPUs that the Azure Cloud was going to use them, and that no longer would they have to worry about creating systems to push
Yep.
GPU power. And what it
Yeah.
does is it's cost efficient, it's
Yep.
energy efficient, it has quickness
Yep.
and capability. So what does that tell you? Compatibility. I'm sorry, well, capabilities, of course, but it has compatibility. So what does that tell you? The future of Xbox has always been backwards compatibility. It's always been about efficiency, and it's always been about cost efficiency and within their programs. Now, if they are making GPUs for Microsoft Azure Cloud, did y'all hear what I just said? NVIDIA is making GPUs. Oh man,
Exactly.
my connection. That's what you get when you're playing on the game like this, y'all. You get kicked out. The servers aren't that great. But NVIDIA is actually making GPUs for the Azure Cloud. So this is the future, y'all. Not AMD. AMD is not doing this.
Yeah.
So if this is true, that means they can have more than just one GPU pushing for a game, which will allow a new console. I'm just talking. I'm not saying that the new one would be like this, but I'm just saying, figuratively speaking, that would allow a new console to have a strong CPU that doesn't have to worry about carrying the load anywhere, that can just do what it wants to do and perform.
Exactly. What a lot of people got to understand, man, and I know a lot of gamers get mad at me, but look, I'm not going to be somebody that's 50 years old still thinking it's 1989. Like, that's ridiculous, man, right? Here's the problem. Every time you play a game physically, the system has to heat. right? Every time you put a disc in, every time your disc spins, the system has to heat.
Right.
If you don't, and that's why they came out with them rumors, which it might be true, Microsoft may have a SKU where it's just all digital, right? Because now, and they said in that article, you don't believe me, you can go look up next Xbox low powered, right? Because now it's not heating up, it's just running digitally, right? Now, when they talked about Crackdown 3, that's what they talked about as far as with the destruction, right? Everybody laughed at it, whatever. You'll see when Crackdown comes out February. It will have destruction like you've never seen before, because it's all about the Azure cloud. It's all about they can run now. It's absolutely mind-blowing, right? They can run graphical process unit. They can run that in the cloud, man. They can run that in the cloud.
Right.
Like, you don't need hardware anymore.
No, you don't need it, man.
There's an article, right? Since people want to talk about my sources and I'm pulling this out my behind. There's an article where Ubisoft director, Ubisoft actually developer, and a lot of Xbox fans probably read this too, where he said, this generation we're going to get a console. Maybe the next generation we're going to get a console.
Right, but there
after
won't
that,
be no need.
It's going to be
Yeah.
no need. There'll be no need for it. And they want to get away from it because I tell you all the time, things change. They don't want to deal with the GameStops. These people don't want to deal with Sears and Roebuck. That's what it's called. I know you're used to waking up on a Saturday morning, and I know that you're 40, and you still act like you're 15 riding your bike to the game store or driving. I get it. But the thing is, the industry is changing, man. And I was one of them cats, too. Matter of fact,
no doubt.
I'll give
No doubt.
I'll give you a funny GameStop story, right? I went and I bought my joystick from GameStop, right? This girl is sitting there talking to this security guard. She didn't even greet me and say hello, welcome to GameStop, right?
Right.
So I said, how much is your, pre-owned joystick? She was asking her. And she was like, oh, it's so-and-so, this and that. So I was like, well, can I see the joystick you got? She literally had an attitude. She waddled her behind, got a little footstool, right? And got the pre-owned joystick for me. I was like, all right, well, it's only this much. Let me get a brand new joystick. So she look at me now because her big behind got to climb up on this stool again and get me the Winter Force joystick, the one I told you I bought.
Right.
That's why I don't go to game stores no more. Rather just order it, Amazon, I'm good. I get what I want as a consumer, I'm good. I don't got to wait in the line. I don't got to deal with, dumb personalities and this and that. I think the problem with a lot of gamers is, and it's fine, we are caught in nostalgia. That's cool, bruh. I just bought Street Fighter Anniversary. Yo, it took me back to 88, 87 when I'm playing Fighting Street, right? But you gotta understand that this industry is changing. And things that you hold on to and things that you love, they're gonna change, man. And that means Nintendo, that means Sony, and that means whoever. If they find a way to make games in the cloud, why would they keep making physical discs?
Don't make no
It's
sense.
lower
Right.
the cost. Every company
exactly.
wants lower costs if you don't understand business, right?
I'm not talking, man. Do your thing, boy.
Yeah, I'm being real.
You in the zone right now.
Yeah.
You in the zone right now.
Any Xbox gamer right now, right, that's listening to this, you can go on Google and look up Movie Anywhere, right? Microsoft is starting something called Movie Anywhere through their cloud system, yo.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
This is something that Hollywood is on for, right?
Right.
Because now it's like, yo, you can watch movies anywhere. They're doing the same thing they did with games anywhere. Now,
DirecTV with AT&T done it when they went direct mobile. You don't even pay for that service because it's already linked up to the AT&T satellite or not satellite, but antennas and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you got connection on your phone, you watching that stuff. It don't matter because you're already paying for it. You're already paying through it from your phone. But hold on, wait a minute though, General. I want to get to Irish Maniac real quick. Thank you for the other achievement. What I get? Unstable combustion, blow up a warp fire thrower. Okay, before. Okay. I told Irish Maniac 96 says I told him before, unless they bring the price within the same range, it won't happen. Look it up. Compies still hold 80% market. People aren't going to pay. Right. It has to.
Listen,
he made a good point.
Yeah.
He's not saying that it's going to take over right now at the moment. But what's going to end up happening is eventually what's going to end up happening is the digital content will begin to go down, which will give the consumer a notion like, well, why the heck would I pay $30 more for the physical copy when I could pay $20 less for the digital copy? This is why Game Pass offers you a 20% sale when you buy it from Game Pass. That's
Exactly.
That's another 10% discount. That means the first 10% is taxes. The next one is exactly. So I think in the future we will see it even out more. We'll see it even out more. There's always going to be room for hard sales because people want to get collectors. But listen to what General is saying. You're not going to go get collectors if the game ain't in it. See what I'm saying?
Exactly. Now check this out.
Right.
Check this out. Now check this out.
Go ahead.
I understand everything, but me and Irish having a conversation. So let me expose that factor right now. Street Fighter Anniversary digitally is $30 now. It's not $40 no more.
Right.
That's on Xbox. I went on the other platform, and it's $30 digitally. It's no longer $40. If you go on the Xbox store right now, Irish, you see that games are very reasonable. This is why they have the Ultimate Game sales. This is why they have the the Xbox Spotlight. These games and this and that. And if you notice, Irish, right? Check this out. When a brand new games come out, give it a month. Give it a month, maybe even a couple of weeks. That game is going to drop in price now, because that's how the industry is going, man. It's no longer.
The depreciation of video games is more apparent now than they ever been. Like now, it's like as soon as you buy it, they hold a little bit longer than a car. But I give it about a month or so. He's right. About a month, the depreciation just goes away.
Matter of fact, check this out. Didn't Madden 19 just come out?
Right.
Tell me in September when football starts, Madden 19 is not going to be maybe $45, or it's going to go down in price.
It'll go down in price around Christmas time. Yep. Digital it holds up, but about Christmas time it's over already. Oh no, not even Christmas time. Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Right. Now, the only person that doesn't do this is Nintendo. Nintendo, they keep their games. Yo, you can still go buy Super Mario. I don't know what the last one was. 9.
Right, $59.99.
Still $59.99. Right. Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild, right? That's $59.99. Years from now, it'll still be $59.99 because that's how Nintendo makes their classics. Mario Odyssey,
Also, Nintendo is out of Japan, so they're exporting all their stuff. Right. So you got to make. So what other people don't understand is Nintendo actually has to flip their money, because when you transfer your money over from Japan to America, they lose value in their dollar, in their currency.
Exactly.
So they have to keep it up there so that every time you buy, they actually make a sale off of it. To their defense.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different.
So my whole thing is So my whole thing is that if you really are a gamer, you've noticed this trend, right? Because I was one of them cats. I would go stop in GameStop and I would get used games and this and that. I'm not an idiot. Like, yo, I want a new game. Oh, I can get this one too? Cool. But if you notice now, digitally, they got sales now, man. And when I'm talking about my Xbox gamers, it's not going to happen next year. It's not going to happen 2 years. Maybe 10 years from now, you won't be going to a game store. And don't sit here and play like, you don't go into the digital game store now. Like, don't hit me over the head with the BS, bruh. Like, whoever you are, right? You go into the game store and you buy your little indie games and you download them. Where we're going is you need a bigger hard drive, whether you like it or not. And for people that are collectors, it's the truth, man. You're going to go into the night kicking and screaming. And I'm sorry. It's the absolute truth. 10 years from now, the industry going to be so different, man. And y'all not going to like it because it's going to take away some of the things that you're so used to. But do I believe physical copies will be around? Yeah, I believe physical copies will be around because Amazon and different places like that will still sell physical copies. You know what I'm saying? But, just like we moved from, and maybe some of y'all too old remember this, but we moved on from Betamax to VHS. We went from VHS to DVD. Now we went from
I remember
DVD
the Betamax, baby.
Exactly, right? That was the first time I watched Thriller.
I had that baby.
And that's it. There you go, right?
I was
Now,
watching my
we went
my Robin Hood on the Disney with Little John, the
There
Fox
you
and the
go.
Bear.
Exactly,
Oh,
right?
man,
Now,
niggas.
you go from DVD now to Blu-ray 4K. Do you see the
Right.
evolution? Why don't you think games are the same thing? Why do you think
Right.
the gaming industry is going, if anything, you want to be real? It's the gamers that's holding the gaming industry back from moving forward. Because you have so many people that in 2018, they still want to do things like it's 1995, and it don't make a damn sense. And I'm sorry. This industry has to move forward, man. You're still playing games. And you want to use that excuse, oh, when I buy my games, I own them. No, you don't, because you got to download it into the cloud. You have to upload it into the cloud, and you got to install it. So don't give me that either.
Well, my man said on Amazon, the point he's making is they still £10 cheaper when the Xbox drops the price. So they do that. That's why they're #1 in the retail. Exactly. He says, I have an 8 terabyte. I'm good. 8 terabyte.
Right.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yup.
Yeah.
They know what's going on. Right.
Right. I still haven't filled it up. You know what I'm saying?
And-
But my
right.
whole thing is that, it's just this where the industry is going. I'm not saying in 2 years with the next Xbox. I'm not saying that. But you will notice the trend.
Yeah.
You will notice
Yeah,
it. That's
because
what I'm saying.
what happens is when all the rest of the companies start going that way, that's when how it gets pushed. It's not so much of what's really going on right now. It's what are the companies going to do? That dictates
Exactly.
what's going to be sent out there to the public.
Exactly. And just like everybody, right? People still buy DVDs.
Right.
More people buy Blu-rays. Yo, remember when
Right.
Blu-rays came out, how expensive they were? I remember.
They're not
a
now.
Blu-ray was darn near 40. It was $35.99.
Yeah,
I remember
that's
that.
right. That's right.
$35.99.
Now
for
you
a
get a
brand new
Blu-ray
Blu-ray.
$14, $13.
Exactly. And I remember the first Blu-ray I bought. It was Bad Boys 2, my favorite movie. You
Man,
understand?
so what was the first one
yeah.
I bought?
I bought Bad Boys 2. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Don't get me. Was it? No, was it? No, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
When Lord of the Rings came out,
So-
that was one of my first ones that I ended up getting.
So all I'm saying is, you see Nintendo, they understand that their audience loves physical property. Because that's when Nintendo was more popular back then, right? But
Right.
Nintendo gives you the option to buy digitally. Let me tell you something. If
You're right,
Nintendo
exactly. It'll still hold. Yes.
If
it'll still
Nintendo
hold.
see, if Nintendo see that their audience is now buying digital, come on, bruh. Smell the coffee, bruh. It's business.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with gaming. It's business.
Yeah. Yeah, they all about what the consumers are gonna do.
Exactly.
And they
That's
gotta
all I'm saying.
watch that too. They gotta watch that too, because when they throw out the digitals and the consumers don't buy enough digitals, and they'll just linger around, and they'll linger around. But the ultimate goal is they're gonna have to make deals in order to get people to go digital. They're gonna have to, the digital content is gonna have to be deals. That's how you win. And Microsoft knows that. That's why Game Pass is a deal, and people flock to it.
And then check this out. Imagine Game Pass 2 years from now. Imagine backwards compatibility 2 years from now, right? So supposedly the next Xbox Scarlet is coming 2 years from now. They
Do
have
what
already
Steam
set up
does.
their
That's it.
whole. They've set up their whole line and whatever else they're trying to do, because now the Xbox just seems so different from any other platform, and it offers you more for $500 or $400 or whatever.
That's right, fam. Yo, we got Groot, the DX-Men, up in here. What's up, New Legal in the General? What's good, Groot? What's good? I am Groot. I am X from Planet X. Go ahead, General. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man, that
Yeah.
we have to, as gamers, understand that change is coming, and I'm just getting tired of the rants. I'm getting tired of people
no doubt.
sitting here whining and crying. You know what I mean? But
That's
I
why we
understand our
game,
passion.
baby. Right. That's why we
It's
game.
business, yo. Like, business has to change. The way you
The
do
man with
things
many
have to change.
Yup.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Another thing that I see, what Microsoft is doing real good at, man, is in their marketing. Their marketing is real good.
Oh, absolutely.
And the one thing that I like about Microsoft's marketing is that they use the people resources like Twitter. They use, they build their own stuff like Inside Xbox. You know, a lot of people don't like. A lot of people criticize it, but I like it because Inside Xbox actually gives them a chance to have a one-on-one session with a developer, and that developer can tell you what they're gonna do. Not a magazine, the developer.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not knocking these magazines, but I have an Xbox.
Yeah.
So I have subscribed to the Xbox magazine. Makes sense.
New Legal, can I say this? Can I say
bro.
this, man?
Go ahead, bro.
For every time I hear a person say that Inside the Xbox is boring, especially those developers.
Talk to them.
They're developers. They're not actors. So how they're talking to you about We Happy Few and how they're talking to you about other games, they're developers. They're not getting paid to sit here and jump over barrels and jump off buildings like Bruce Willis. They're not paid to be comedians. They're developers. So what do you say? Oh, developers are boring. People say, oh, the developers are boring, and it made me not want to buy the game. What kind of ignorant is that?
It's
Yo,
dumb,
they're
man.
developers. Yeah.
Right.
Inside the Xbox is a tech show. Let's just get that out there, right?
Yeah,
Inside
it's
the
a
Xbox
that's
is
right.
not just for gamers.
A lot of
Other
you
developers watch Inside the
lames need to
Xbox.
know that. A lot of you names need to watch it so you learn something.
Exactly,
Got y'all
right?
out here
People
sounding
going
all
to
stupid.
People going to Inside the Xbox thinking they're gonna get some E3 news. For what? We just got finished with E3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, be real about it. Inside
man,
the
you hitting
Xbox
me,
is
man.
a tech show.
Golly.
It's
Right.
a tech show. It's a tech show, and it's not just for gamers. Because other developers watch. You think when other developers talk on Inside the Xbox, other developers are not watching? And like you said, New Legal,
That's
it's
right.
not coming from a YouTuber.
Nope.
It's not coming from IGN.
It's
not
coming
coming
straight
from
the
game.
box. That's right.
Right. It's not coming.
That's
it's
why
not
I
coming
watch
from GameSpot or anything like that, right? It's coming from their mouth. Well, they're not entertainers. They're developers. They are boring. They code and graphic. They code and program all day. But I'd rather hear it from them than some other person.
Right.
That's just my little rant. I'm sorry.
No, Irish Maniac says, man, I'm looking forward to We Happy Few. Me too, man. I'm
Me
looking
too.
forward to Planet, what is it? Planet Near? What is it, man? I forgot what it's called. Planeteer?
I think you're talking
Planeteer?
about.
What is
It
it?
was called. Yeah, you talking about that game that came out? It was
Yeah.
it turned into a whole series now. Yeah.
I'm ready for that one. I'm ready for what's the other one?
Oh, Broken Planet.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
called Broken Planet. It was,
No, I got that one. Yeah, because it's called something
right,
else now.
But it's called. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was called
These are
Broken
the
Planet. Now they
astronauts.
changed it.
Oh, Astroneer.
There you go.
Astroneer.
There
That's
you go.
right.
Yeah, Astroneer. Yeah.
Astroneer,
Yeah.
yeah. Astroneer and what's the other one? What's it called? Ashen? I'm waiting for Ashen, right?
Yeah, Ashen. Ashen's coming to
Ashen
game.
gonna be
It's coming
dope.
to Game Pass.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
just
gonna be
fall.
dope.
Yeah.
Yup.
And don't forget Black Desert Online. I can't wait for Black Desert Online.
No doubt.
That's another
Oh,
one. You know what
I
I'm
can't
saying?
wait
So
for
it's
that
like-
one, man. I can't wait
Yeah,
for that
man,
one. I've been
Xbox
wanting to
coming
play
with
that. Right. That's right,
Xbox
Group.
always
I don't
offering
play.
you something different.
Group said, I don't play developers. I play Xbox games. That's right. Irish
There
said,
you go.
I will enjoy
Exactly.
posting my copy
Exactly.
on the page. That's right, man.
There you
Look,
go.
man. The thing about it is, I'm loving the fact that Xbox gamers are starting to get it now. They you know,
There you go.
we didn't get it 3 years ago, right? We used to complain about
Nope.
these articles. We complained about the internet, all the bashing. But all in all, man, we had the dictatorship of what was to happen. Our pockets. They can't control
Yep.
our pockets. So we
Nope.
dictate what we think is going to represent our console the most. We dictate that, not them. So they can give our games low scores anyway. They're not somebody that I run to. They're gaming editors. I'm gonna really take a gaming editor that serious to where whatever his opinion is, I'm just not gonna play the game. Come on, man. This guy might play 30 minutes of a
Exactly.
game, does an article, and don't touch the game no more. You know,
Yeah,
for
just like the
years.
fool that said the Gears of War remake had too much A button. Man, go ahead with that, man.
Boy.
Too much A button. Come
Just
on,
like
man.
just like the dude that didn't know how to jump on
Cuphead.
Boy,
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This dude here. Yeah. So I don't pay attention to them, man. You know.
Yeah, you
I
a
don't.
gamer, man. Go play games, man.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. You a gamer. Go play games, man.
Yeah. I
Don't be
let them
sitting here
edit.
watching
Let
some
them be
dude.
an editor.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let them be an editor. That's what they do.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what they do.
here's another fun fact, yo. You know, mad editors come out of school, and because
Right.
they got a journalism degree, they don't play games, man.
No,
play
it's
'em.
not about. It's the editor is just there to tell you about his experience, man. His old experience. So whether he puts in
Exactly.
5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, that's
Yep.
his experience. He's gonna write an article about that, and guess what? You gonna like that bait.
That's his job. Yep. But speaking of articles, there's been a lot of hype. And
How do I-
new legal.
How do I use it?
You know,
though?
new legal.
Yeah.
I gotta give you a big credit because you kept on telling me about this particular title coming out. Because I was excited, man.
There we go.
That Spider-Man is.
I told you.
The real truth is starting to come out about Spider-Man, and what really blew my mind was when you die in a mission, you gotta start back from jump like Nintendo. Man, listen. You can go to IGN, man. The dude on IGN talked about it. It's a 21 meg segment, yo. He said it gets kind of old after a while, swinging through the city and doing a little crime. He said it felt really old school, yo. Right?
Right.
Crime going on, and you gotta go over here and save, and
It's
yo,
a big story, man. It's a big
New Legal,
story.
my man New Legal really nailed it because he was telling me, he was like,
I
Sean,
told you.
he was like, yo, it's just a regular game. It's gonna be a regular
Told you.
Spider-Man game, and he was like,
I'm a Marvel nut.
it was
I know
like
it. I looked
everybody
at it.
made
I
a
can tell
big
it.
deal.
Yes, sir.
Everybody made a big deal about it being exclusive for Sony and all this other stuff. Man, it's coming out that it's good, but it's not great. So
That's a Spider-Man game.
I'm a
And
I'm
I
a
said that.
Spider-Man fan,
And nobody
yo.
knocked.
Yeah.
The thing about it, man, they think we're knocking. They think we're knocking. Hold on. They think we're knocking the Spider-Man
Yeah.
game. No, we're not knocking the Spider-Man game.
No, we're not knocking the game. No.
We're
Not
telling
knocking-
you. We're
not knocking
telling
it.
you. What we just told you that it's gonna be a mediocre game. If not mediocre,
Yeah.
a little bit above mediocrity. So the game,
Yeah.
the game shouldn't be no more than a 7.5. That's
Yeah,
just true.
I said that.
Out of a scale of 10, because most of all the
Yeah.
greats, there's only been like 2 great Spider-Man games ever.
Yep.
That we look at and we say, yo, that was the best. Those were the best. Spider-Man 1 and then Spider-Man 2 on Xbox and PS2 or PS3. The
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2, that one, those
Yeah.
were dope, man. Those changed the game. All the other Spider-Mans were just copycats. And sad enough,
Right.
this is the worst copycat Spider-Man game to date. And I'm not saying that the game
It's
is
just gonna-
bad. I'm saying
it's
they
just gonna be-
copycat. They
it's
didn't
gonna
come
be
up with
prettier.
nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
They didn't come
Yeah,
up with
it's gonna be
nothing
prettier.
that drastic of a change for it. It's just gonna
Right.
be a prettier.
Yeah.
You're getting
So,
a
you know what I
prettier,
mean? So
regular
I-
looking Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I'm not hating on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not hating on
that's
it 'cause I'm
it.
still get the game, right? But the problem is, the reason why I made that point is that, yo, you gotta stop overhyping stuff, man. I think that's something that we really go through in this generation. I understand your passion. I understand you love games. I understand you love this culture. You gotta really tone it down, because if a game come out and it got egg on his face, you look like an idiot on your channel. You look like an idiot. And that's something that a lot of
That's
people
right.
don't understand, is that, you got these people like, well, yo, you told me this game was going to be all that, and da-da-da. You lose credibility. You lose credibility,
The thing
man.
is, man,
So-
I'm no longer
Yeah.
here, and I'm gonna say this again. Here's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
I invest my money on Xbox Live. Okay, that's enough.
There you go.
I got too
Yep.
many games on Xbox that I don't finish, that I haven't finished. That's
you go.
another reason. I like the Xbox controller, and I'm too set in my ways now to be trying to learn to go from controller to controller. I've done that. Like, I get tired of that because there's too many gaming experience on the Xbox alone for me to turn around to figure out the configuration for me to be swapping. Now, here's the other thing. If a console is not giving me gaming,
Right.
I don't need to buy it. I don't need to waste my time. If I can't invest in it, that's the point.
Yeah.
I keep trying to tell, oh, you a hater for PlayStation. No, I'm not. I'm not a hater. I have my reasons. I don't even, it's not, I'm like this. I'm beyond trying to make people think that I have to have multiple consoles in order for me to be a gamer. I'm going back to my roots, man.
Yeah, you playing what you love, yo. And
that's right. When I was young, I didn't have multiple consoles, man. I played my heart out on my console. I became a king of my console. And that's where I'm going back to. I was a multiple. I still do have multiple consoles. But you know what?
Right.
I told myself a long time ago, if I'm going to do this Xbox thing, I'm going to do this Xbox.
Yep.
I ain't missing out on nothing. Yep. That's it. I'm not missing out on nothing else because eventually, just like Crash Bandicoot, just like every other thing, it's gonna come full circle.
Yeah, Yakuza next.
It's on its way.
Yakuza next is gonna come.
It's on its way.
Because Nier Automata sold incredibly well on the Xbox show.
That's right.
Monster Hunter sold incredibly well on the Xbox show.
Right.
So you don't think these other Japanese companies?
Dragon Ball Z sold incredible well. That's right.
Why you think Microsoft was able to show it off at E3 Jump Force first? Like, because the Xbox is killing that narrative that, oh, they don't play Japanese games or whatever. You know what I mean? I just saw Kevin, my man Kevin Bannon from the DX Mansion. He put up an article that says that Square Enix, they're actually turning Final Fantasy VII Remake into an action game, and it just makes sense,
That's gonna
man.
be nice.
It just makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about Xbox getting these developers now, man, out of old studios from PlayStation to come and help? Right.
Metal Gear 5, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Man, we got some.
Yeah,
man.
Bruh, I don't know
what
if
do you
they're
think
making
about
Fable,
that?
or they're making a new EP, a new IP. It's gonna be bananas, man. Bananas. Microsoft is not playing, man. They got top tier talent working on some type of exclusive, yo.
Yeah, it's something going on.
Telling you, man. Microsoft
definitely something going on. Oh yeah, man. The thing is, like I said, Microsoft had to play their time. They have to wait on they had to literally wait on the industry to catch up to them. They was already on this stuff. So they're not gonna just waste their money building something they know in 2 or 3 years it's gonna come on around. They took that L on that original Xbox One on purpose. I had the article. People know what I'm talking about. I'm not up here chucking and jiving with you. I had the article. They did it on purpose because the time wasn't ready yet. Look at the DRM. They tried to give you DRM back into that. You didn't want to hear it because you didn't want to hear the rest of the policies. All y'all heard was DRM and y'all lost y'all's minds. Well,
digital rights
now,
media. Yeah.
Now look what's happening.
Yeah.
Looks like DRM is not too far from the block now.
And I tell you what though, man. For every person that stood up and clapped their hands and caught the Holy Ghost at that E3 in 2013, for every person that, you know, they lost their mind when they came out and said the PlayStation was $400, how you feel now, bro? How you feel now? Because you sit up here, and I'm gonna get this off my chest, man. I watch every journalist, YouTuber, all these magazines saying that, oh, they're taking away our gaming rights. Oh my God, what is Microsoft doing?
You don't even buy your game. Shut up.
They crucified Microsoft for that. And now, I believe right now you can find a video by Engadget. You can go to Engadget YouTube. There's a video that they showed that it's a 9-minute video. That's really good.
Admitting to
they
it.
showed they admitted that Microsoft was right all along.
All along.
Oh, they're taking our gaming rights from us. What are they doing? Oh man.
Because the thing that they thought, because what they thought they knew ain't what they knew. And it sure as hell ain't what they thought.
Exactly. And that's why a lot of times when I listen to gamers on YouTube, I listen to a lot of players, it's like, man, you know, somebody told me something that made a lot of sense. Man, just stay a gamer, man. Play games, man. You know, sometimes you're not meant to be a basketball player. Sometimes you're not meant to paint a masterpiece.
And sometimes
you're not.
And sometimes you're not good at gaming, and you're better at just talking. So I understand. Your show is a bunch of talk. But don't try to act like you gaming, man. When you know you ain't gaming. You a talker. You know, you a talker. Be a talker. Be good at it. I got you.
And the thing about Microsoft, which people don't understand, and it's happening again. Microsoft sees the industry 5 years down the road.
That's
They
right.
saw
They
in
have to.
2018. They
have to. That's how they have to operate.
Exactly.
Because Microsoft is
Exactly.
about making other businesses better. They can't think
Exactly.
1 year. They can't do that stuff, man.
Nah,
They got
can't,
customers
man.
like Sony. They got customers like Sony. You know what I'm saying? That they got to make sure that Sony's good because Microsoft has to make sure they're good. You know.
Of course.
They want to keep them
That
coming back.
happens
So
in-
all these games, like Uncharted 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, Microsoft wants those games to do well because when those games do well, Microsoft does well.
Why do you think they showed them off on Mixer, man? Why do you think they showed them off on Mixer? Why do you think they'll show the game? They want the game to sell because you're using Havoc. You're using the Havoc engine.
Right.
And you wonder where that 10 billion came from the Xbox division? Yeah, go ahead. Keep telling me that console sales and exclusive sales matter. Man, we made all that money on the back end, B.
That's right. My man Cruz said, I am a fan of one team, the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I am a fan of one console, the Xbox. That's it.
I'm a fan of the New York Giants.
You can't.
I'm a fan of Xbox. Xbox for life.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of my man Thanos. I'm a fan of my man. I'm a fan of Xbox. I'm a fan of the Tennessee Titans. You cannot.
There you go.
You know why is it that fanship only can be done in sports, right? You can only be a fan of. Hey, there's no such thing as wearing, like I said, a Dallas Cowboy / New York Giants jersey. Until I see that,
no,
I'm not listening to y'all. Y'all don't make me mad by saying, oh, he's an Xbox fanboy. You right. But it doesn't mean I don't have to have no
biggest
shit.
Fanboy.
That's right.
You the biggest fanboy I know, babe.
You know
what I'm saying? Let them
around
know.
my block,
you can go. You can go in that garage right now and pull out
my
Genesis
history.
games and
Right.
Xbox
I'll pull my
games,
history.
your history.
I got the consoles.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly,
You see what I'm saying?
when you a real gamer, when you a real gamer, you ain't on YouTube talking about it. You can go pull the hardware out. Come
That's
on,
right.
man. Yeah,
It's like our man
Talk
Hebot
about
said.
it, man.
It's like our man Hebot said. We are not just gamers. We are the culture of gaming.
Exactly.
And that's all he had to say. I don't have
gotta
to
understand too. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're talking about. That's a bad thing. So do your homework. Yo, when it comes to retro stuff, I go to Chris Rebot channel. Let me put that out there right now.
You ain't lying, boy.
That's my man. Chris Rebot is a legend, yo. Like, I'm gonna put that out there.
He is, man.
Yo,
He is.
Poppy.
And I hope he hears it.
When
And if
wanna,
he don't, we'll make sure he hears it. But he's a legend, man.
When I want to know about retro,
I was honored to meet him,
I want to know
man.
about
Like,
retro,
he's a legend.
He is.
Glad
He's
you
a
said
great
that,
guy.
man.
When I
And
want
he's
to
a
know
street
about retro
legend.
stuff,
And he's a street legend. When he was a kid, when I hear his story, when he was a kid, he was like me. Me and his stories are almost like the same. It came to the Sega Genesis, man. We was out there. When everybody had Nintendo, we were rocking that Sega, man. We was out there. We was out there spreading the good news. We was out there converting.
Yeah. Exactly. And this is the thing, though. When you want to know something about retro, yo, Chris Rebot channel is absolutely amazing.
Bro.
I'm talking about from toys,
I'll tell you another
figures,
one.
I'm talking
It's him.
collectibles. Yeah.
Yo, it's him, Ricardo, and David Bond. David Bond is retarded when it comes to retro
I didn't
gaming,
know
man.
David Bond got a channel?
Yeah. No, he doesn't have a channel.
I didn't.
Man, I done got sucked
Okay.
up in it. But the dude knows retro gaming. Look, when I need shoot 'em ups, that's where I go to.
Yeah.
I
There
hit
you
David
go.
Bond up in the message
You see what
like,
I'm
yo,
saying?
what shoot 'em up do I need this month? He'll tell me.
It's gamers that know what they're talking about. And that's
right.
my whole point, man. Like,
That's right.
yo, you can't keep putting out BS information, man. Like, you gotta know what you're talking about.
Look, the minute
And,
they
like,
open
you
up
know,
their
what-
mouths, man.
Yeah.
The minute they open up their mouth, I know if they know how to. I know if you know what they're about, man. So I don't. It's like this with me, man. I don't watch a lot of shows. So if I'm watching your show, it says a lot. If that's just me. If you got my time to watch your show, that means I respect your craft. I see something authentic.
Right.
I don't care if you got a whole bunch of viewers.
My thing is just, Microsoft sees down this industry, like right now, they see in the year 2023, they see what's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? They know exclusives is coming. They know what they want to do with Fable. You know, they redoing a whole new Halo, bro. You gonna play Halo like you never played it before. Come on, man.
right.
I gotta give Microsoft more credit, man. Stop falling for these idiots, man. For real, man.
Stab that sucker in his neck. Y'all see that? Yeah, you right, man. You right. We have to give Microsoft some credit, man. You know,
Yeah.
It's time to give them some credit, you know. And you know what the
They
thing
know
is,
what's
man?
going on.
It's finally starting to happen. These articles and you know, in the media, they can't help but to talk about the X now because they're forced to talk about the. See, the thing about being in the media, you have to talk about what's the best out there. And right now it's the X.
Of course.
So regardless if they want to
Yes.
give the Xbox props now, they have no choice but to respect it. See, that's the thing. They have to
Right.
respect it. They don't have
Right.
to. They don't have to appreciate it. But they don't have to respect it. They can appreciate it. So the appreciation comes when they have to make an article and tell you, hey, Mel, you know what? This is the best performance situation right now. They have to say that.
And people wonder why, and people was upset about this too, right? But I knew what Microsoft was doing because they play chess, not checkers. People wonder
Right.
why Microsoft let Digital Foundry debut their system as far as what it can do.
They
as
did
far
that on
as the
purpose, boy.
specs.
You daggum right.
Exactly.
They did that on purpose.
It's the Trojan horse. It's the Trojan horse, right?
Yeah.
You sit up there, and you watch Digital Foundry. So it makes sense. Well, if it comes from us, it's like, okay, well, Microsoft talking about it. But if it comes from the source that people love, oh, it's more impactful. You see what I'm saying? And then it's like, yo, the thing is that right now, Microsoft, they took that power narrative, man. I remember when with Ryan McCaffrey in Phil Spencer's face said, "Oh, PS4 is a beast." Like, come on.
I remember that. Yeah, it was.
Disrespectful,
Yeah, exactly, man.
bro.
Right.
I lost all respect.
Right.
Respect when he did that, man. Like,
Right.
yo, you a
Right.
joke, bro. You gonna say that to him? But you know
Right.
what? That
Can't say it
man,
now.
Phil Spencer,
Can't say it
he
now.
is a genius.
Yup.
He's one of them
Yo.
quiet souls, man.
Yo, you know what?
Quiet
You know what?
souls.
He lives by that code, like I do.
Yeah.
You wanna hurt your hater? Just be successful. That's
Exactly.
all you have to do. The news of
Xbox One
the
X.
news of the good man makes the madman sad. So
Right.
now that Xbox is doing great, it's got 10 million, 10 million off of its gaming division alone. It
Yep.
made 10 million.
Yep.
So now they got 10 million in the bag to
10
do whatever
billion.
they want. Was it 10 billion?
10 billion. 10 billion.
10
The company
billion off
made-
the game.
Yeah.
10 billion. I'm
The
sorry.
company made
10
110. Sorry.
That's crazy.
The company made 110 billion. 10 billion of that was the Xbox gaming division.
Right.
10 billion.
Right.
10 billion. We're talking about profits.
Yeah, man.
Do you know Sony is worth $20 billion as a company?
Right.
Come on, man. Step your game up,
Yup,
man.
20 billion.
Come on,
That's
we got-
it. They went up by 3
Exactly.
million since April of 2016. They were worth 17.7 billion. So now they're worth like 20
Exactly.
something billion. Microsoft almost
Yeah.
made the exact worth of Sony. That's
Exactly.
crazy. That's crazy, man. That's
so
crazy.
so my thing is like, you know, like, yo, you gotta understand it's chess, not checkers. And Phil Spencer says it all the time. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah, that's right.
Because believe me, when that next generation come, Microsoft gonna be loaded to the brim.
To the
They
max.
gonna have
Just
every
watch.
bullet, every
watch.
every exclusive you could think about, man. It's gonna be ready to go, man. Like, I guarantee you, they're gonna launch their next system with probably about 5 or 4 brand new exclusives. And I ain't talking about AA. I'm talking about
Right.
AAA.
Yes, sir.
They know what they doing, man. They
Yes,
know
sir.
what they doing. But people make it seem like it's panic and mayhem and, like, come on, bro. Like, stop with the gloom and doom stuff, man. They know what they doing. You don't know what you doing.
That's
Like, yo, Forza Horizon 4 is about to be 60 frames per second. What other
Yo,
consoles
4K.
doing that?
4K. None.
Yeah,
None, fam.
what other consoles doing that? You know what I mean?
None.
There's a mode for that. There's a mode on Xbox One X where Tomb Raider can run 60 frames per second.
That's
What
right.
other console is doing that?
It's up here.
But yeah, y'all still beat me in the head with, oh, get a PC. Man, I'm good. I don't need no
Yeah,
radiators,
I'm
man.
good.
I need me a console.
I don't need no cooling. I don't need no fans. You're right, fans in the man. You stupid boy. You hurt me with that one. You hurt me with that. I'm done with you today, man. I'm done with you today. But you right, boy. You stupid, man. You stupid. I don't need no radiator. That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's the real talk.
We got liquid. We have a liquid cooling system in this
our
Xbox One X.
Thank you. In our console.
Yeah, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
A top-notch
exactly.
one too. The lady told us
exactly.
that. The one that built one that said it was impossible to build a PC at this price. Killed all the haters. So I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, you can hate freely on the Xbox all you want. You got your ever-loving, God-given right to hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at an Xbox hater, but I'm also here to laugh at you. That's all I'm here for, man.
Oh yeah. I don't care who it is. I give them respect.
Right.
I give them respect. When I saw that Mario Odyssey sold 9-10 million copies, and I heard that Zelda Breath of the Wild,
we
like
knew
at
that.
almost 16 million copies, right? One game of the year. Yeah, I give Nintendo their respect. You know what I'm saying?
That was the Zelda game. That was the Zelda game that was supposed to be made. So we knew it was gonna blow like that.
Exactly.
You know, we knew it was gonna blow like that.
When Crackdown is destroying buildings and blowing stuff up,
that's gonna be our baby right there.
You driving tanks up the wall and you getting like 50 to 40 characters, all mayhem, trying to kill you with no slowdown because of the cloud. I want Microsoft to get their respect. I don't want to hear this, oh, it's just another shooter. And that goes to everybody. When Microsoft start doing stuff that's real and start doing stuff that's, you know what I mean, that's groundbreaking,
well, it makes you
man,
hate.
clap it up, man.
It makes you hate, though, man. They can't because it makes them sad, man. It makes them sad.
And it's a shame.
When Xbox does right, it makes you sad.
It's an industry, man. You want these things to happen because it pushes your favorite company, man.
But the thing
is, when
you know down in your heart that your favorite company is not the one that pushes the industry forward, that's what makes it bitter in your mouth. That's what makes that crow soup.
Yeah, because you don't got no bragging
these cats can't even.
You don't got no bragging rights.
I don't even want to hear it from a fan base that can't even switch out their gamer tag. Okay, I don't even want to hear.
Come on, man. That was a low blow, man.
No, I'm just saying, man.
Go to your corner. Go to your corner, man. You lose points on that.
I don't even want to. Come on, man. Come on, man. Something simple. I don't even want to. Here's another one. Man. And this for my man Kima. This for my man Mr. Kima. Yeah. I don't want to hear from a fan base that makes new consoles with an old online service.
Oh, is that right?
If they come out with a PlayStation console and that thing still running off this old garbage PSN, it's going to be the laughing stock of the industry, man. The laughing stock of the industry. You cannot, here's one thing that you cannot have going on. And you guys don't know nothing about this beautiful stuff yet. So when you finally get a hold of this beautiful stuff, you cannot have your beautiful games dropping. You cannot have your services down. You got to be able to play and have these services up, man.
You paying for it.
You paying for it. You paying for your services to be up, to be reliable.
For your services.
You got Xbox out here making commercials with celebrities talking about the most reliable service. Man, you don't want that. Y'all don't want to be waiting on greatness. You want your greatness now, man. We don't wait on it.
Exactly. If I want to play Gears of War with Dorian, I could play Gears of War with New Legal. If I want to play Gears of War, I'll play Gears of War. If I want to play the old Gears of War with him, we can play it. And not just play the game, campaign. We can play multiplayer.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We can play. That's right.
Respect the architect, man. Like, respect the architect, man.
Put some respect on that X name, boy. X marks the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Your conversations are getting old.
Right, because we know that Microsoft lacks. It's just stupid. Yeah, it's we know this. We know that Microsoft. But here's the thing. Okay, look, it's gonna get real. We understand y'all's battle cry. Oh, where's your excuses? And you know, sometimes we do the same thing. We talk about, well, y'all don't play y'all's exclusives. Okay, we get all of that. But okay, now here comes the facts. Because we're not an opinionated, this is not an opinionated Xbox Live talk. We do facts here. So here comes the facts. Here comes the facts right now. Microsoft does have a lack of premier exclusives on a timely basis, okay? It's not like we don't have it, but we don't do them like Sony does. The thing about it is there's a reason why. Because when you do exclusive content, it costs you. Plus, you want to make sure that when you get those exclusives out, that people buy these games. They're not just one and done.
Yep.
So when Microsoft does exclusives, they're doing them so that we're still playing these games 3, 4, 5 years later. It's not because these games are boring. Nobody would be playing these games if they were boring for 4 or 5 years later, idiot. So the thing is this. Microsoft does it differently than Sony, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Now, what Sony does with their games, everybody knows what they do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that you're going to come out with an exclusive just to be saying you got an exclusive. But the thing is, man, the game's got to last. If the games don't last, it doesn't really make no sense. And that's where, and this is the thing that Sony ain't telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is what now why you going to get Sony to start thinking about services. Because it's all about engagement. When people come up on Xbox Live and they sign in and they come on in and they start playing these games, Microsoft wants that. But this is what Microsoft really wants. Vermin time, what's going on right now. I don't know these guys, but you know what? We're all
playing together.
That's it. Engagement. So what do you think just happened on Xbox Live? 4 people who don't know who are not even friends on Xbox Live have joined together on one server, and they're playing a game. They're engaging. Now we're putting hours and hours on this thing. Look at the money that's being made. This is the stuff that y'all don't understand about gaming. That Microsoft understands because it's a business. Xbox Live is a business. They see what they're making off of it. Yo, come heal us. Come heal us, man. We're down.
That's why they say they got the data for everything, man.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean? People enjoying that people. I've heard the most outlandish stuff about Sea of Thieves, right? Where, it's over 5 million players, but that don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Bruh, it's over 5 million players. Right. It moved up from 3 million. That lets you know. Now it's over 5 million. Come on,
That's how you know.
It's
That's right.
4 weeks in a row.
How dumb can you sound?
It's number one. Number one
in
the UK.
How dumb can you sound?
Number one in UK.
Think about that.
Check this out, right?
All right, before you go on to something, hold your thought. Now just think about how dumb that sound. All right, now I always go back. You know, when I do an analogy, I always go back into let's do a dope dealer. Let's do a dope. Me and you are selling dope. Okay. We got 3 keys, so we just sold to 3 people. But then we get 3 more people who want to be hooked to these keys. So now we got 6 people to sell keys to. How in the world does now having 6 people from the same group of people? Now we didn't go out and meet these people. We didn't. But the 3 that bought keys from us are saying, hey, there's 3 other people who would like to buy keys from you. When you give us 3 keys, you can distribute 3 more keys to us, and we're gonna give them to 3 more people. Now, when those 3 people get it, they go out and they meet 4 more people, and then 4 more people know about your product. It's about product pushing people. You know, the dope game is still a business, right? It's just a business in an illegal situation. So you gotta think think in a hustler's mentality. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I use dope dealing as a spot. You know, not that I'm saying it's credibility.
But it's true.
But I'm just saying it's true. These people,
the American way. The American way.
This is when they created Live. They created Live in a hustler's mentality. It's about gaining people, getting you hooked, making you become a fiend. So as long as I'm sitting up here telling you, yo, come play with me, I'm promoting Live. Whether you sign in or not, it's not the point. It's about the engagement. Because if I can get you to get people under your sign, see, that's why we have a real share program and nobody else does. We have a real share program. Microsoft isn't worrying about you not buying that game. They're talking about, hell, he buys one game and this in general can play it with him. It's about engagement. Because the minute you come in on that server, you're making money from Microsoft. And Microsoft is in the business of making businesses better. So as long as I can make you feel like, yo, you are getting your worth at your work. You spending your time, and it's worthwhile your time of not having to pay for these games, but actually you get to play on Xbox Live, and you're enjoying that. They win. This is why Game Pass had to come out, because the Xbox share program is too successful now. It's way too successful now. So Game Pass had to be created. Game Pass is the medium between not knowing friends and knowing, and game share is the medium of when you know friends, when you have too many friends. Now they're like, yo, it's their way of saying, yo, you spent this much time into making Xbox Live something great. You get the chance to pay for your games half off by just knowing people.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
By just knowing
and now
people.
You could gift. Now you could gift. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's really cool too. Like, if I want to, you know, surprise new legal with a game or something,
you can gift
man,
it
like,
to me.
You know, you
can straight up gift
man,
it
like,
to me.
yo, exactly, man. Like, y'all gotta really understand that Microsoft is ahead of the curve, man. Hate all you want, but my real Xbox gamers know that Microsoft is just ahead of the curve, and it kills you with all your fanboyism to admit that. Come on, man, give it up, bro. Give it up. You gotta give it up because they're moving the industry forward. They're moving the industry forward. And y'all don't want to admit that. They are moving the industry forward. And if you don't believe me, all the developers are rocking with Phil right now. They love the message that he's giving, man.
Got another cheat. There we go. Yup, that's right, man. And that's the whole point of it all. That's why I told y'all, these GPUs soon will not be a problem for Xbox, because Xbox is not going to have to worry about a hardware GPU anymore. And maybe, and it might be PlayStation as well, but PlayStation isn't going to be the company that pushed it. They're not the company that pushed for software, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that. So, you know, it's to the point where now, man, Microsoft in a little bit, just in about another year, won't have to say nothing anymore. Everything that people thought we was lying about, we're not gonna have to speak on it no more, because it's gonna be right there in front of everybody.
Exactly. So that's just my whole thing, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, Xbox is the best box. Xbox for life. They are moving this industry forward where other people want to hold it back.
That's right.
Yo, Microsoft message is very clear. We have to move this industry forward, man. We got to start doing some things that we never done before. I don't understand this mentality. You get a new console, you wanted to do what the other 4 consoles were. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, let the industry move forward. I am a diehard Xbox fan. Microsoft is moving this industry forward. Hallelujah.
And I got my first victorious run on Vermintide, baby. So you know what? We're going to end it right there. We're going to end it right there. We're going to end it right there. Thanks to everybody on Mixer that came out to chat with us. Shout outs to Groot. Shout outs to Irish Maniac. And shout outs to the other 2 viewers that I may not see y'all, but we see y'all. And we're thankful for y'all. Shout outs to the DX Mansion. Shout out to Project Xbox. Shout out to the Xbox community. Shout out to Xbox Live. Shout outs to all my friends and my family on my personal Xbox Club, the Infinite Rooms of the DX Mansion is the certified club of the DX Men of the DX Mansion on Xbox. So I want to do a special shout out to them as well. Very special shout out to my comrade standing right next to me, the General Johnson in the building. Yo, shout outs to my man Hebot, my man FaZe, my man United Cast, all these guys, man.
Yeah, Stephen
Yeah,
Bliff, Sean Murray,
Stephen
man,
Bliff.
Raina Jackson, you know what I mean?
All
Raina
of them
Jackson,
dudes, Thomas
all
Quinn,
these great dudes, man.
Yeah, man, it's just that you know,
Kevin
these
Brandon,
dudes, Kevin Brandon, you know, them dudes
yeah.
over there, they hold it down when we're
My
asleep.
man Wood,
Sean
my
Riley,
man
you
Wood,
know,
like, yo,
right, Keith Williamson, Chris Dove, you know, Tedrick Vincent, Michael Thompson,
Vincent, who? Vincent,
my man Thomas,
Vincent, another person, right?
Vincent Tedrick, So many of y'all, man. Look, all of y'all in there. Meacham, David Meacham, like I said, David Bond, all the people in there that put their voices out, you know, on a daily basis to make us laugh, to cut up, man. We cut up, we laugh. Yo, Gene, to my boy Gene, man, it's just like I'm saying, man.
Andre Frederick.
Yeah, that's Group. Yeah, that's
Frederick.
my man Group.
Yeah,
that's my man Group right there. The man of many names.
Yeah.
You know, it's just these people, man. Shout outs to Microbox of X. Shout outs to E-Rock. Shout outs to my man Sherman in the building.
Don
my
King.
Man Sherman.
E-Rock, the Don King of Xbox. Yes, sir.
The Shermanator. Shout outs to them, man. Shout outs to Andy Mac. Be up on the Twitter page with me, man. Shout outs to all them people. Lethal Papa. Tim Dog. These people.
Sega Forever.
You know what I'm saying? All these cats, man. All these cats out in the Xbox community that really push positivity, and then you know, not that they negative, but they're like me. We can stand on our own too, on our own 10 toes. You can't just push us. We're juggernauts. So we stand. We know what we're talking about. So when we do that, people get a raw perception that, oh, they negative. No, we're not negative. We're some of the good Xbox people in the community. We're some of the good ones, man. And I recommend, if you're not looking at me, look at them. Because, you know what I'm saying, they are some good people, man. Some of them are all my friends on Xbox Live, some of them not that I called out. But that's all good. I'm not here for the hearsay they say, but I'm here for just straight up pure real recognition, you know, within the Xbox community. And, man, this is what it's all about. This has been my vision. My goal was to get the Xbox community involved. Yo, this is not a podcast. We don't do a podcast, so we don't do that. But what me and Tashawn, my man, aka the General, what me and him wanted to do was we wanted to come up with something that actually related to what we actually go through on a daily basis. So, you know, we wanted to get into an Xbox party, which makes it easier. People can jump in if they want to be a part. People can jump in if they don't and they want to speak through Mixer. We have that capability. So through Mixer and through the Xbox Live party, we get you in here. As long as you got a headset and you got some good insight on Xbox, you can be a part of this show. This show is called Press Start End Credits. It came by the origins of my man the General, because that's a root gamer talk right there. All we knew when we came up with was to get 2 dimes and a nickel. When they converted that bad boy into the quarters, that's what we got. But when you put that bad boy in, you didn't play. You didn't play 1-2 minutes and then come out that arcade talking yap. Or when you finally got your console, you didn't put in 5 minutes and then come out in the streets talking yap. You had to press that start button and you had to end them credits. The only other time you spoke is if you found something that nobody else found, or you found something out. Then you come out here in these streets, you talked about it. But we ain't just get around in these streets by yapping and flapping, thinking because we had multiple consoles, that makes me a gamer. We didn't talk down people. We didn't call people stupid. We didn't call people names because they might have had different consoles. You stood your own ground with the console that you had, and you proved yourself worthy by playing on it and being educated about what you played. That's the real fanboys. That's the real console war. It has nothing to do with making things personal. So, yo, shout-outs to everybody that takes some time to watch my videos on Di-RREC Gaming. Soon, I'll be converting over to the new legal show. Once I get my green screen, once I get my stream deck, I'm gonna be elevating my game, taking my game into the streaming, because I want to get prepared for Xbox. Xbox is getting ready to start streaming. Mix is new, so I want to get myself implemented into this stuff. And I hope you guys come with me, because this is what I'm doing it for. I want to get y'all out there too, man. I'm nobody without you guys, man. We move together. We the Mighty DX, man. We move together. We always move together. They told us we weren't supposed to be here. We weren't supposed to be here. We weren't going to make it. We made it. We here. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere, man. We literally don't care. That's what I love about my comrades. We don't care. We make you hate. We want you to hate. Because we take that and that's fuel for us to keep pushing positive Xbox content out. So, yeah, thanks to all my subscribers out there. They keep continually making my channel grow. Thanks to y'all, man. I'm constantly get to come home, and it's a joy for me to get in, play some games, talk over them, help y'all out in any way. Leave comments, man. I always respond to the comments. Never feel like you're going to leave a comment and I don't see it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to comment to you. So as long as it's positive, as long as it's Xbox, you don't have nothing to worry about. This is for my Xbox fans out here. Yo, General, you got anything to say, man, before we close out?
Nah, I mean, I just want to say, man, I know sometimes I could come off a little, you know, shall we say, hard-headed, but, yo, I love my Xbox gamers, man, and I'm so happy where Xbox is going right now. I remember 2013 when people was trying to write Xbox off, but, yo, man, if you in the mansion and you riding and you putting in work, you an underdog, man. You know what I'm saying? We all Rocky Balboas, man. So it's like, I'm so appreciative to all of our Xbox fans. I'm so appreciative to all the people that tune in. I'm so appreciative to the people I meet on Facebook and, you know, all the stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? The times that, you know, my man Andre Frederick looked me out and good people like that and stuff like that.
Jason Croser, Matthew Brown, who else? I Williams, Jason Robinson. Yeah. These dudes, man, out here grinding for us, man. My man
you know
Mike, the Root Gamer. All of them dudes, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys.
Stephen Bliff, he'll send me a funny video, you know what I'm saying? My man Kirk, let me not forget my man Kirk Gordon.
The Rooster.
Yeah, Kirk Gordon.
Man, we forgot
Rooster, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the Kirk.
Salute, like, yo, he sends me, you know, funny videos and timelines and things like that. It's like, yo, man, we're all gamers.
Yo, to my son Youngin, my 6-year-old son, I want to say shout outs to him, man, and to all my kids that play their games, man, but they don't play them like him. Yeah. But they do be playing games. But shout outs to my son who takes after me. You know, shout outs to him.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, you know, I mean, yo, me and the legal, you know, and maybe, you know, and also, you know, Chris Hebot and a couple of other cats, but we are kids, man. Yeah, man. We've been in this for a long time. We've seen this from the jump. You know, Atari, television, ColecoVision.
And we ain't that old, baby. You know, I had a sister older than me.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't that old, baby. I get down.
We saw the day. Yeah, we saw the day Street Fighter came out and it blew our minds. We remember the lines that used to be in the arcade.
I remember when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out. When Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, it was four controllers on one deck, man. That was revolutionary. Exactly. That's when everything changed.
We never seen.
No, bro. Because then it put you with 3 people. See, it was all about community. Gaming is all about
put
community.
Your quarter up.
And see, that's what put your quarter up. That's where you learn how to play under intensity. That's why I get on there. It don't bother me to play in front of a crowd. Ask my man Chris Dove. Ask my man Chris Dove about. Yo, I love to get in the crowd. Yo, I wish I had a pro circuit league when I was coming up. You see what I'm saying? I wish I had that. So shout outs to this generation that has it, and this is why the new league will support you guys. To my Gears fans out there, this is why I'm always tuning in on Wednesdays, watching Gear fights and all of this stuff. Because I remember when I was younger, you know, in my 20s, in my early 20s, when I was going to the mall, and that was my esports. And yo, I was battling 30 cats a day. 10 heads off. Making a name for myself. You know what I'm saying? Going
at the arcade.
At the mall. And when you suck, you suck. But people respect you because if you was a winner and you have respect, they respected you no matter if you win or lose. And you learned how to play under pressure, man. You got people all in your ear, man. The arcade was serious. You used to get into some fights. Man. It was no joke, man. You walked around with your crew. You didn't go to the arcade room by yourself. Trying to be a tough guy. You get a good learning session.
Yeah, I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, thank every Xbox gamer, man. Just every Xbox gamer out there, man. Just, you know, we good, man. Like, just stop up doom and gloom, man. Not everybody, but, yo, let's just, yo, they killed E3. Like, you know, don't sit here and act like they didn't. They murdered E3,
Yeah, they murdered E3,
You know what I'm saying?
The future's bright. Like, yo, and for the first time, Microsoft Xbox has something to look forward to. For the first time, man, in a long time. Now things are starting to go. Man. So now, you know, we done went through the wave of all the bad. Right, all the bad management is gone. Everybody's got into their focus realm.
Terry
and
Meyerson,
that's right.
going, all that, yeah.
All of them dudes are gone, man. Don Matrick, all them dudes, they gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's no longer about an individual vision. It's a team thing. And everybody knows you're stronger as a team. You're strong as a team. There's no man that goes to war by himself. All generals have platoons. Always remember that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And leaders are always in the front. Cowards are always in the back. Never forget that.
Exactly.
Never forget that. So look,
Exactly.
I'd rather stand with 50 real Xbox gamers than 1,000 fakes and half-breeds any day. You heard it from me, the new legal. And yo, I want to end it with this, man, by saying please subscribe to my channel. You know, do whatever you feel.
Achievement, baby.
There you go, boy. There you go, boy. There you go. You do whatever you feel. But please, subscribe. We in the business of trying to get to that 1,000 mark. I want to do something big. I got some good supporters, and we can't do anything to our vision until we hit that. But we are going to keep putting out. We're relentless. We're juggernauts. We're Hulks. So we're going to keep hitting them walls down in the gaming world. We're going to keep kicking them doors in, waving the 4-4. We're going to keep doing it. We taking everything. We want to come in, man, and change the way we see things. We want to give people another outlet because we are representing the gamers. And we feel like the gamers don't get represented right. So that's our vision. We want to represent us. And that's all we can do is try, right? All we can do is try. So in the meantime, we're going to keep doing it because this is what we enjoy. So until this boat floats off, man, and gets sunk, we here. Until these controllers can't be pushed down anymore, and on these buttons, these buttons can't be pushed down, we here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not just a one generational thing, man. This stuff is passed down. So when I sit down, they're gonna reckon with my son one day. They gotta reckon with my son one day. So it's not gonna stop, man. So I just want to say thanks to everybody that keeps rocking with us. And yo, until next time, y'all, have fun on Xbox Live. Have fun within the community. Have fun in your single player mode. The whole point is just to have fun on your Xbox consoles, y'all. Yo, we are here. We stand unified. We green, baby, all day. This is the new legal, and I'm signing off with my man, General Johnson. We out. Yo!
Xbox, you rockin', you don't stop.
Xbox, you rockin', you don't stop.
Yeah.
That's nice, boy. What's up, son? You can play your Xbox now, son. Now, the good part is we got the streaming right here.
Yeah.
We got the streaming right here. And we're good. We want to make sure that I want to say, man, thank y'all. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. There's no better way but on Mixer, and we getting up out of here. Had to have a moment with my son. He's always here. You can go play your Xbox now, boy. You good. Hey, yo, thank y'all. Peace.
Thank y'all.